What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Happy Monday. This is your Monday motivational video for your evening and the rest of your week. Hope you guys are doing great today. I hope Monday didn't abuse you too much. Hope it didn't stress you out. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I had a pretty quiet weekend. It was a little cold this weekend, so I didn't really do much. I went to church, as I told you guys, and yesterday they had lots of worship and they were celebrating their sweet 16, their 16th anniversary, and they had guest pastors, and it was just a really great environment. Like, it was just, the vibe was there, everything was there. um and I love, like, even though I don't know anybody, I only know like one person at this church, um but it still feels like home. It still feels like home. And it took me a long time to find a church here in Jersey because I am so connected with my church back home in Connecticut. I'm actually a member at that church, and I have like a personal relationship with the pastor and um his wife, and the intercessors there and the elders, and I was serving ministry and things like that. And so I was very close. And then when I moved, I was afraid. If you've ever been to church and you've been there for a long time, and it felt like home to you, and you've ever moved or had to change churches for whatever reason, it never really feels like home. And I was always afraid to not be able to have that connection. And so when I came across this church, the first time I went, I immediately felt like it was it. But I'm like, you know what? Let me not go just because it feels good. Let me give it a few visits. Let me go and see, how I feel about going and everything. And so after a few times, it's funny because when I started to go, I encountered a few things that I encountered in my last church, with them buying a new building and renovating and celebrating, and everything just felt right. And so, after praying about it for a long time, I was like, you know what, I think this is it. This is home. So that was really nice yesterday. Other than that, I did some grocery shopping, and today I've just been kind of doing my thing. I started back my little yoga exercises. So I found this really cool channel, and she's very, like, energetically in tuned with what she's doing. um it seems to be very holistic, so I actually like it. So I'm going to start incorporating that in my day. So that's the only new thing that I have in my life. But other than that, you guys, I've been doing pretty darn well. I just spent some time playing Dead Space. So yeah, not sure if I'm gonna get back on that today, but I will be doing my best to at least get an hour in of God of War a little later after I make dinner. But anyway, you guys, I've been seeing some stuff on Instagram and Facebook, just personal friends going through things, and just want to encourage you guys to spend time with things and people that matter most. I just seen a few people that I know going through just back to back losses, and it's sad because I know these people, and so it kind of hits me a little bit differently. But I just want to encourage you guys to not waste your time. Like, don't waste time on things that don't matter. We spend a lot of time being stressed over things that haven't happened, don't happen, probably won't happen. We start to kind of, get fixated on things that don't matter, all the things that kind of distract us and take our attention away from things that we really need to be spending time on, whether it's friends, family, bettering yourself in your career, making better health choices, getting to a place where you are in a routine with, going to the gym and exercising and things like that. Those things are important because those things hold a lot of substance. You know, Shopping, cars, and, spending money, eating out in places that you probably shouldn't be eating out at anyway. Those things don't matter. Those things don't matter. And we tend to kind of busy ourselves doing things, and we push things off, and You know, I'm one of those people that I'm a big texter. I'm not a big phone person, but I'm a big texter. You could text me all day. I'll text you all day from morning to night. But when it comes to like talking on the phone, I'm gonna try to make it my business to make phone calls instead of just texting all the time because, you know, with the way that the world is now, you just never know. You're not promised tomorrow, and you never know when is the last time you'll hear somebody's voice. So I just want to encourage you guys to really just kind of take a look around you and just understand where you're putting your time. And you know, if you feel like, you know what, maybe I should pick up the phone once in a while and call this person, or you know, maybe instead of texting back or watching the phone ring and then texting them back, maybe I should just pick up the phone and speak to them and hear their voice, or make that call that you've been trying to make and you just can't get around it because you're too busy. Sometimes we're too busy doing nothing. And then when something bad happens, God forbid, when something happens, we sit back and we regret the time that we wasted. And we're like, oh man, I wish I would have picked up the phone. I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have went there. You know, one of the things that my therapist has told me that I have carried with me is that, you know, once something is gone, it's gone. And you can't shoulda, coulda, woulda back then, now. Like, you can't change the stuff that happened. So just be mindful of the time that you are spending with the things and people and places and situations and circumstances and things like that. And just make better choices, all right? Other than that, you guys, I just want to just encourage you to just find whatever it is that you are that motivates you, you know, to just be more diligent about getting your goals, you know, met, or at least staying on track with the things that you are planning on doing to get closer to your goals. Be it, you know, your resources, books, journaling, therapy, you know, just meditating, whatever it is that you have to do, just stay the course with that stuff, because that stuff does help. And when it comes to natural things, holistic things, um, it takes a little bit longer because sometimes we're just not in tune energetically with what we're doing. And as humans, we want instant gratification. So when we don't have it, we get frustrated, we get stressed out. And so sometimes we have to kind of ground ourselves, take our time, understand that, you know, great things do take time. That may sound cliche, but it's true. And so don't get frustrated with your process. You know, just because you're not where you are or where you want to be doesn't mean that you're not going to get there. Or just because someone, you know, gets there faster than you doesn't mean that they're better than you. It just means that they are using a different technique to get there. And so just make your decisions wisely and choose your time wisely. All right. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening and your week. Leave your comments down below. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, what you guys are up to. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. Hit like, share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you guys can get notified whenever I pop up on your feed. I'll see you guys later. Toodles!